Good afternoon and welcome to live video coverage of Grand Prix Montreal. I'm Brian David Marshall here with Pro Tour Hall of Famer Randy Buehler, and we are watching Matthew Costa on your right get underway with a Plains against Gaudenis Vidugiris, who leads with an island.
Two different members of the Team Channel Fireball, the Pantheon. Teammates at the last Pro Tour, and they got to battle it out here.
It's about battling with a Setessan Battle Priest for Matthew Costa. Looks like maybe a green-white heroic deck and then a blue-white heroic deck. So these guys have opted for the very, looks like the aggressive approach.
Yeah, so far it does seem that way. I mean, I definitely think if you can get the aggressive heroic deck in sealed, it's a fine place to be. The trick is
Karametra's favor, gain some life, draw a card, make a mana.
Hey, it's a fine heroic enabler. I mean, you can usually draft better heroic enablers, I feel like, but
he attacks.
Sealed deck, you got to make do with what you get. Skyguard in for one, never the sexiest turn two.
Yeah.
Or turn three.
There's a lead skirmisher. A card I really like.
No, it's good.
See a
I feel like I get more concessions to triggering that card's heroic than almost any other card's heroic.
Oh yeah, like the times where you get to cast two draw card spells on it that tap two creatures. There's no fourth land for Matthew Costa, but he still gets to play a Staunchheart Warriors.
Thanks to Karametra's favor, doing work.
Are you going to put your Staunchheart Warriors in front of the Elite Skirmisher here?
No chance. My opponent has played a heroic creature and another heroic creature and has 4 untapped mana. There's no chance. And Gal doesn't do anything. I think he's worried about what's going to happen to Staunchheart Warrior
he could be sitting on a Divine Verdict. He could be sitting on a Nullify.
I'm just always afraid they have time to feed. I don't know.
Oh, there we go. Chosen by Heliod. He's like, does that resolve? Hey, your heroic trigger, sure. Yeah. Draw a card. Yeah.
Is that Reap what it's sound? Or is that Chronicler
I think
of Heroes? It's something green-white.
Yeah, I think that's Chronicler of Heroes. Yeah, draw a card. Oh, no, it's going to get nullified.
Sir. Wow, that's a big nullify. I mean, it's a 3/3 body, and it was a cantrip thanks to the +1/+1 counters on the Staunchheart Warrior.
So he gets in for 4, though.
Mm-hmm.
And Gaudenis cracks back for 4. He looks like... Is that a Sphinx's Disciple?
Not the most exciting 5-drop in the format.
Yeah, a card we saw left in the sideboard are a couple blue cards. A couple blue decks.
Yeah, no, I've definitely seen people who will just sideboard it. I think it's playable.
Here comes an Ordeal.
Hello. Wow.
Ordeal of Heliod.
So the triggers a Staunchheart Warrior to put 2 +1/+1 counters.
Yeah.
The attack is going to trigger a 5th counter off the Ordeal, which will then fire off immediately because of the giant pile of counters from the Warrior's ability. So.
And, gain 10 life.
Yeah.
AKA 2 turns.
So far, this game has been a race. Vidugiris, and it basically says he can no longer race.
And
a spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gal's got to come up with a new plan. This whole idea of just racing with Skyguard et al.
By the way, with Karametra's favor, he also can activate the spider as the game goes a little longer.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that makes the card even a little better. Now, what is it?
It looks like he's got lands and a Wingsteed Rider in his hand.
Oh, really? That's not very good. So he's on 8 lands, 4 spells, 5 spells? Yeah, 8 land, 5 spell draw.
2 cards.
And it's kind of hard to play defense against that Staunchheart.
Yeah, and
what is it, a 7/9?
Yeah, and there's nothing good coming for him here from against Costa, who could attack with multiple creatures here. He's got a Dauntless Onslaught in his hand.
Oh, we had the little like percentage chance of victory. I feel like it just went up to like 98% for Costa.
We're gonna get the little like thing that they use during presidential debates. You know,
Exactly.
audience confidence.
Exactly.
We're judges waiting to start your tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was strongly favored, but the Dauntless Onslaught seems like it puts it way over the
Yep.
top.
Oh, he
it
just
turns
attacks
it
with everybody.
sideways. And I think Gal knows there's a trick. He doesn't know which trick it is. I mean, there's a lot of tricks Costa could have in his hand right now.
Yeah, I mean, a Divine Verdict is
Right,
just
you know, a
kind of
God's Willing.
yeah.
I mean, so many cards he could have that would be relevant here that would make it difficult for the blocks. So, I mean, at some level in Gal's seat, you've got to think about, okay, which tricks do I think he has? You know, can I block such that I don't get blown out by many of them? Like
Right.
a lot of times you block saying, well, a lot of the tricks deal +2 power. And, okay, if I can survive +2 power, I'll be fine. But
right.
I don't know how he's supposed to block here. I mean, he can put his 3-1 in front of the 1-3.
He's at 8. He has to block that Staunch-Heart Warriors.
Yeah, something's chumping that. You can't take it down in combat. So whichever creature he thinks is the worst is just going to chump. All right, he's going to block everybody. So if there's no tricks, he does take down the spider with this block. Well, actually, I like this block. He's basically saying, look, if you've got a trick, I'm dead. Gal knows he's holding land. But with this block, he's offering a trade in the middle. He's offering a trade for the spider, and he's chumping. So he's basically saying, I'm willing to trade 3 for 2. You'll be down to just the Staunch-Hearted Warrior. Maybe I can top deck an answer. But in his heart of hearts, he knows there's probably a trick coming, and here's the bad news. It's not just any trick.
I've got 2 tricks.
I've got 2 tricks. How about, instead of trading 3 for 2, all of your creatures die,
And I
none
ancestral
of my
myself.
creatures die. Yeah, all of yours die, none of mine die. That seems fair.
So Fated Retribution off the top.
Yeah, that's what he needed. I guess there was a card in the format. I don't know if it's in his deck. You have his deck list?
I do.
See if he had a fate. He's thinking.
He
He do a
d-
snare caster.
He
so
does not.
He's thinking whether there's anything worth bluffing.
Right.
Decides he spent enough time thinking maybe I'll plant the idea of Fated Retribution in my opponent's head. Did you say no? It's not there?
No, it is not
Seems
there.
unlikely. So Matt Costa. Just a quick blowout of a Game 1 win.
Yeah, I mean, Staunch-Hearted Warriors doesn't always look good, but
Right.
when it does, it looks unbelievable.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, that's a card that like you don't feel people don't usually get super excited about it.
Sure,
But then it does that.
and then it just
Very high variance card. When it works out, it's awesome. I mean, I think
it's nice when you can get it into play on turn 3, which is what Matt was able to do with the Karametra's Favor.
was it turn 3? Wasn't it still turn 4? What was the Charismatic?
Oh, I guess it was still turn 4. Yeah, you're right.
It was
I'm
just
sorry.
replacing the 4th land.
Yeah.
I mean, Gao was a little bit mana flooded there. I mean, part of his
Yes.
problem is that he ran out of spells. The thing is, with the way Matt came out, I feel like, sure, let Gao pick 2 spells from his deck. He probably still loses.
Okay. I was just looking up cards. One of the cards in Go's deck for blue white is he's got one of the good blue white heroic enablers in Afara's Enlightenment.
Oh, sure.
For a second in my head, I was reading it as Afara's Radiance and getting a little confused. But a quick double check of Gatherer confirmed.
He's playing 2 Sphinx's Disciple.
That's interesting. Because that's not, I mean, it's just really not a card I've seen a lot of people play with. I've tried it.
It's considered slow.
Yeah.
It is slow. But I mean, drawing an extra card a turn sounds awesome.
Sure.
I mean, I think Go's figuring in sealed, you just get to attack with a 2/2 flyer and then untap next turn more often.
Sounds like there might be some
Oh, you need some
major sideboarding
Oh wow!
going
What
on.
surgery is he doing? I've been looking at the screen.
Hey, Marshall, could you
Find out what Gal's
could you
doing
find
to
out
his
what Go's doing to his deck after sideboarding? Because I think something big is going on there. I mean, and Matt Costa may very well know what it is, right? These guys may have talked about their decks.
It's true.
And he's like, you can't play those Sphinx's Disciples. You've got to sideboard into blah.
What would he be sideboarding into?
I don't know.
He has to read the bone.
But a lot of times when you're playing in a sealed deck tournament, you will just build your deck incorrectly. It happens.
Sure.
And you
Your
have
friends show you the error of your ways.
or you figure out the error of your ways, and you just automatically just have a go to sideboard for game 2 and 3.
Well, you don't normally need to ask the judge for land in that case. I mean, I guess he had 3 buys, so it's the first round he's playing. But
Sure.
like, if I had my go-to sideboard deck, I would have tracked down some basic lands. Maybe an extra set of sleeves to sleeve it up and have it ready. This looks like an audible based on what he's playing against.
I always like when the player has like 2 entirely different decks.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And then but there's like almost like a shell game. They wait till their opponent looks the wrong way, and then they're like, whoop! And I'll sign into my second deck now. Getting a little bit of some reconnaissance from Marshall Sutcliffe. Yeah, blue's out.
out.
Yeah.
Blue's out, black's in. Oh, that's hilarious. Biden turned into whip.
Right. So he was hoping that, I guess, wow, he really wanted to draw a lot of cards. Biden the Thassa Sphinx's Disciple gets really gross if you ever get it online.
Right. Well, that's why he needed to draw the 10 lands like he did.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's a very expensive plan.
But what does black offer him?
Black offers him Asphyxiate, Fate
Whip
of
of
Return,
Erebos.
3-way to the Underworld. I'm not sure how good that card is.
I mean, it seems like it might be okay against Matt Costa's deck, which has a lot of heroic creatures.
Yeah.
You know, if you can catch them, you know.
Blood Toil, Boon, Disciple of Phoenix, Farika's Cure, Read the Bones, Rescue from the Underworld, Sip of Hemlock, Tormented Hero, Whip of Erebos. Doesn't sound like he had the best pool in the world.
Yeah, no.
Luckily, game 1 went fast enough that he has time to do all this searching
Yeah.
on his deck. I mean, technically, the judge should have warned him that he's using more than 3 minutes here. Matt's not going to give him any grief, and they do have
He's
plenty of
moving. He's
time.
moving as quickly as possible. Matt Costa's like, my deck will be well shuffled.
Winners in modern number 9.
You get to see on the back table there, Pat Cox playing against Ben Friedman in the text coverage. Ben Friedman just top 8'd last week in, did he just top 8 in Richmond? Or, yeah, I think he did.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, someone named Ben Friedman.
It's like the someone named Ben Friedman, like the someone named Ben Stark who played GP Melbourne.
Yeah.
Pretty good, right?
There's a couple of named doppelgangers, you know, running around. I know there's a different Mike Long that plays at events.
That's a beating. I saw a John Buddha once.
Yeah.
It's the best one. It's not quite Kai Finkel, but it's close, right?
Yeah. Kai Finkel would have more unique. Okay, so Go chose to play. It said he was good.
Oh, the best one of those I saw was a Kenji Oiso.
Wow, Kenji Oiso. That guy's got to be
good.
awesome. And we go, white-black, so there we see it. And then still the Akroan Skyguard to lead off. We switch to the overhead view, and there's an Akroan Skyguard for Matthew Costa. Matthew Costa's deck looks like it's pretty good.
You don't block here, right?
I do not block here.
Your opponent has untapped mana and you don't.
But
I get if you have nothing.
Oh,
wow. He blocked and it worked. It's a good play. I mean, I guess he had nothing to trigger it with. Of course, he promptly draws a Heroic Enabler. If he wasn't going to be triggering his for a while, he figures he makes his opponent spend a trick. You know what? The other thing in defense of Matt's line, of course, I'm going to defend it now that I've seen it work out.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's nice to make them kind of quote-unquote waste their third turn on the trick.
Absolutely.
Like, it messes up their curve. Like, Go had the Elite Skirmisher ready to play. Like, he had a 3-drop. If he had a trick in his hand and he's like has to play his trick to keep the Skyguard around him and he doesn't get to play the additional creature. So blocking is underrated. If,
It looks
although
like
it's still hard.
Faded Retribution. I mean, not Faded. Faded
Return?
Faded Return did come in
Interesting.
this matchup.
Yeah, the black cards in his hand look decent here, right? Read the Bones, Discipleth.
And that's what he's going to play.
Yep.
So Scry 2. You like those, Go? Or do you want to push them? You almost feel guilty if you don't push at least one of them.
It's true. It's very true. I scry to the top way too often. I think it's probably a leak in my game. I'm always like, I can work with these. I'm thinking
He
about
left them both on top.
the variance of the random draw phase bothers me so much that I'll keep the serviceable cards.
One of those cards was Ordeal
wow.
of Heliod. So
That's a
get
good
in
one.
for 4.
Wow.
Next turn, get in for 15.
Both players with Skyguard Ordeal. All right, now what?
Now we're going to make a very, very big Stone Chart Warrior.
So
Stone
it's
Chart
6/6?
Warriors. Yeah. 6/6 Vigilance.
Comes over for 7.
Trust the vigilance guy. You have 12. I'm done.
Looks like he attacked with just the Warrior.
Oh, but it looks like there's a sip of Hemlock in Gaudenis' hand.
Does he have the 6th land?
He does not.
So he probably scried to keep
He
Ordeal sip?
scried
Sure.
a 5th land into his hand and the Ordeal.
You're
Okay.
11, you're at 22.
So Ordeal triggers. Go gains 10. And the Wingsteed Rider's up to 5/5.
Yeah, swings for 15. Disciple of Fennex. See, let me
For
see 2
2?
cards. Yeah.
Oh, you saved the Dauntless.
Yes.
Blowout,
So
right?
you get to show you 2 creatures. Oh no, 2.
Because of
Whoa.
God's Willing.
God's will. Wow, you have to put a card. You have to say what's better than God's willing. You almost have to know it's Dauntless Onslaught there, right?
Wow, or a rare you haven't seen. Like, it could be some bomb rare that you don't know about. But, I mean, of the cards that Go has seen in the match, yeah, Dauntless Onslaught is probably the only one you would keep above God's Willing. Six Vigilance. Oh, Snake's interesting.
Is that the Nessian Wild Ravager or whatever? What's that guy called?
Snake of the Golden Grove?
Snake of the Golden Grove. Yeah.
Go has to decide whether to give him life or a giant guy. He's got the sip, but there's already a giant guy, so yeah, he gives him the life. He already had plans for Sip of Hemlock.
All right, I will keep attacking for 5 with this guy.
I go into 10. Okay.
There's a God-favored general. Not super exciting against the wall of green fatties.
Yes. Is that Karametra's favor?
It is.
That seems good.
Yeah.
Although, oddly, I mean, does he need life? If he puts it on the Battle Priest, then he buys himself a turn. Right, Wingsteed Rider is lethal in 2 hits. I mean, on the one hand, it's tempting to just make Staunch-Hearted Warrior even bigger. But there's enough chump blockers over there that, like, you're not winning this game by just attacking with Staunch-Hearted Warrior. I think you go Battle Priest here, gain some life, and buy yourself another turn from Wingsteed Rider.
You could all. Could he also play the Tessin Oath Swarm?
Won't have a green mana
Yeah.
to hit it this turn. All right, 2 fatties come over. And we know there's Dauntless Onslaught. Go knows there's probably
Yeah,
something.
Go probably knows it's
There's
not
something
also.
better than God's Willing in his hand. Yeah, it's always so hard to block in this format. Is he looking at potentially double blocking the snake? Wow, I don't know what the block is here.
Oh, you know what he's thinking about? He does have a Freakish Cure in his hand. So he's
Okay.
thinking, he's just thinking about 3 for 1-ing
Well, this is a 2-for-1 here, right? It's 4 damage versus 4 toughness.
Oh, I'm sorry. He put the Elite Skirmisher in the way. I thought when I.
Oh, he had Disciple of Phoenix in his hand. He shuffled momentarily.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Now, Matt's got to decide whether to Dauntless Onslaught here.
Right. And now it becomes a 3-for-2.
Right, Farik is...
Although...
Okay, yeah. Staunch-Hearted Warrior picks up 2 more counters to 8 and temporarily 10. So Go's going to get hit for 10 down to 6. Snake is going to survive combat with those 2 creatures.
But he gets to kill it with Farika's Cure.
Trigger the battle.
And yeah, Matt agrees with the whole life gain plan. It's like, all right, I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to enchant the Battle Priest. I like this line from Matt. He doesn't know he's going to lose the Snake, but it's still a good line.
Yep.
I mean, a Snake 3-for-1, right? He gained the life and took 3 cards out of Go's hand.
Yeah.
Go is just all in.
It's like
on
3-for-1.5.
3.5 for 1.
Well, he also had to use the.
The Dauntless
Onslaught.
Onslaught.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. The Dauntless Onslaught.
So now can he untap and draw?
He needs the 6th land. And
Can he draw a 6th land here for Sip of Hemlock?
No. Way to the Underworld. Which isn't irrelevant.
Kevin Chapman,
Staunch-Hearted Warrior is an 8. So Way to the World will take it down to 5.
He was a 6/6 with 4
Still
damage
2
on
hits.
him, who was then dealt 2 damage.
2 hits from Wingsteed Rider. Game's really close here.
Go actually should be a 10, right? I gained 2 life.
Gaining 2 off the Freakus Cure.
Yeah.
No, I think he went to 6.
Oh, okay.
He
Oh, right.
took
He
16,
took 10.
took 10 down
he
to
took
6.
10, yes.
So a pre-combat here? Not that it really matters. So there's that tension between not giving your opponent any free information during the combat phase, which is what he's doing. And I feel like Magic Online has trained people. They don't want to accidentally misclick and click through their second main phase. So you see people do tricks in the first main phase just to make sure they don't. It's less likely that you misclick. And now here Go is doing it in real life. Like, I'll first main phase this weight. Oh, wow. Declines. What has he left up? He's got the Sip of Hemlock. Did I just see the card? I thought it was Way to the Underworld.
He's gonna go to 7 and chump block here. Yep.
He's really all in on Sip. Figures this way if he draws the 6th land, he can
Well,
Sip.
if he draws the Sip, he just wins. Because he takes 2.
Fair enough.
He'll take Sun God.
That didn't target Battle Priest, so Sip of the Hemlock is actually lethal because of the last 2 life lost.
There
Wow! Smack. Take 2. Hit you for 5. Wow.
it is. Figured it out.
On to game 3.
Sip of Hemlock, just what he needed. Now he goes to his 4th color. He's like, now I'm going to get some records. Then you got to look at Gaudenis. Gold Pro. 2 Pro Tour top 8s. 6 Grand Prix top 8s with 3 wins.
Yeah, he's good. Clearly the best Lithuanian in
Yes.
Pro Tour history.
He is the reigning Lithuanian national champion
2 times.
for 2 years running.
Yes. How many times has he been to Lithuania during those 2 years?
He to be fair, he does. He and his family do actually spend time in Lithuania.
I mean, he lives in America
Yeah.
most of the time these days.
Yes.
But yeah, family is Lithuanian, and he does
Yes.
go back regularly.
Got married, had a child. I know it's like, well, how are you able to draft him? Oh, my wife and the kid are back in Lithuania visiting family.
There you go.
I thought card was wait or no.
Is he New York based at this point?
He is.
He's a regular Finkel drafter, right?
He is. Yes. Yeah, he's a member of the Pantheon, both of these guys.
Yeah.
I still find it hilarious that, like, the seat of pickup drafting in New York City, it's not so much a game store as John Finkel's apartment.
There's a handful. There's a handful of like draft groups in New York. You know, there are a bunch of them. Google has become quite the HQ for drafting. You know, there's a pretty good. I mean, some overlap with the Finkel group.
Sure.
But there's definitely a really good, fun group of people who draft there. There's also a public space in New York called the Atrium.
It seems like the stores have come back. Like there was kind of a dry run, 5 years ago.
I play Friday Night Magic at a store there called Montesey, and like they start running drafts on Friday at like 3:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And they just fill them up all night. Like they'll have 8-9 drafts that fire off in a night, and a standard to Friday Night Magic, and like. And there's another store that opened up in downtown at the site of the old chess shop called the Uncommons NYC. It's a board game store that used Kickstarter to get funded.
Oh, very nice.
And they also run Magic events, and so they have a very nice Friday Night Magic going. Recently, another store opened in Brooklyn. There's a 20-sided store in Brooklyn.
What you're saying is that Magic's been growing?
I'm saying that Magic has been doing very well in New York, and we're starting to see more and more stores. I go to pre-releases at the Complete Strategist in New York, which is like the oldest game store, but they never really ran events. But it's like, oh, these pre-release things, we can get in on these, and
where do we sign up?
Yeah, and you'll often find some pretty, New York-based Grand Prix champions floating around at those pre-release events. So go stuck with his second set of colors here, no changes.
Makes sense. That was the deck that won.
Yeah.
They each got like 1 game tryouts, right?
It's spring training.
I don't think he was expecting to run into an opponent this good in round 4.
Yeah. So that looks like is it going to be a mulligan for Matt, or did he keep that?
No, it's a keeper. That was I keep. He's got a good curve. He's got a mix of land.
Oh, he does have the second land. I couldn't see the second land.
Okay, looks like Sun Guide's queued up for turn 2, or is there also a Sky
I
Guard?
think he also had a Sky Guard.
Do you guys have any extra water bottles?
But he's going to start with the Sun God. Because even if something, I guess, blocks it up here, he can play the Karametra's Favor on it, start gaining life and getting some extra mana.
Oh, nice. Well, how many inspired cards does he have, I wonder? For this Karametra's Favor.
I don't know. Marshall's been delinquent in bringing us that deck list.
Not yet. We only have Go's deck.
I like that.
Snapcaster Go.
Yeah. Nope, I'm not going to tap your guy. So, like, I mean, we could just see, Karametra's Favor, play a land, play a Sky Guard, and then I get to untap and gain 2 life.
Wow. That's a nice line. Getting all kind of new respect for Karametric's Favor.
Yeah. He doesn't want to just run it into the Snarecaster.
I like it.
Stage. Judge Jeff Morrow to the main event stage. Also, players in booster draft number 12.
He's even got an enchantment for the Laguna Band Elder now. Assume you just take Snapcaster. Oh, there's Wingsteed.
Yep.
Booster draft number 12.
So Wingsteed Rider comes down, then you see Matt tap his Sun Guide to show the trigger. Now he can play the Snake of the Golden Grove here on turn 4 if he wants.
1/1 Sky Guard attacking into turn 2 Wingsteed Rider, representing any number of things. Does he have it? Does he actually have a trick? Or was that
he has a Savage Surge.
Okay.
There it is.
Like that would totally have worked as a bluff.
Yeah.
Like I think he would attack there even with nothing.
I mean, you said, right? It's terrifying to block in this format.
It is. Snake, he got the life gain.
Oh, yeah.
You always get the life gain on that one.
Yeah.
Almost always. It's usually bad news when you get the counters because it means it's about to die.
Yeah, it's about to die or you're about to die. Yeah. I give my guy Intimidate or Mogus's Marauders. Everyone has fear and something like that. Like, yeah, no. I've done the math. You can have the counters. You can't have 4 extra life. I've got Exaxes.
Judge Kelly Ackerman at main stage, please. Judge Kelly Ackerman.
I see an Ordeal, I think?
Yeah, I see an Ordeal and a Sky Guard in hand. Goes with...
play both of those. That works. No.
All right, another Snarecaster. Tap your Sun God. Your
Tapping the snake lets him
Snake,
hit with
yeah.
the other Snarecaster.
Yep.
And goes
To get in
playing
for
this,
6.
Playing this to race again, figuring 10 life from the ordeal lets him win it. It's trickier racing against that.
I mean, look how much life, though, Matt Costa's been
I know.
able to gain.
I know.
He's already up 8 life in this game. Between double Sun God. Oh, boy.
Check.
Attack for 8.
Yep. Alcea turns the Skyguard into a 4/4 Vigilance.
Magic
Hello,
You may know
Sarah
it better
Angel.
as Sarah Angel, yeah.
Seedings are up between the Sorin and Nissa banners.
Still not big enough to block Wingsteed
That's
Rider.
players in the Rebound Sealed event. Seedings are up between 2 banners.
That's
at
what
the
Savage
Rebound
Surge is
Road.
for.
Next turn.
Yeah. Yep. And you're at 21. All your hard work. I'm at 21.
The net total of life lost in this game so far is -1.
Yes.
No, I was saying I go to 15. I'm not blocking your creature. You go to 21.
I mean, and this is why white is such a desired color to be in this limited format, right? I mean, it has so much, you know, the ability to just put all this power out, the
Yep.
ability to recuperate,
Alright,
it has
I'll go to
removal.
Go to 17.
Evasion.
Oh, there's a Revoke Existence, perhaps 1 turn too late for Matt Costa.
Attention players in the 2
He's winning
o'clock
on board, though,
modern
right?
event. We apologize for the delay. Pairings for round 2 will now be going up on the wall on the green paper.
It's funny.
Next to the
Matt
sword
Costa
then.
wants to Savage Surge because it's a 2-for-1, but it means that he won't be able to Savage Surge to kill the Wingsteed Rider. So he's just going to allow them to trade.
Yeah. He's pretty happy with his 2-for-1 there.
I like the way he taps his forest here. He's not even representing green mana. Right? If his opponent's not paying attention, then all he's got. Oh, he's not gonna Savage Surge this turn.
Yeah.
He's saving it. 3 more
I
life.
mean,
gain off the Elder.
he's nowhere. In fact, I think there's 2 life missing from his last Sun Guide activation too. I think he's actually at 25.
Oyez, Pierre-Luc Morin, présentez-vous à la
Well, he went down to
table
15
des
from the
Silence.
Wingsteed Rider attack, so
Silence
he gained 5 that turn.
table.
Okay.
Votre tournoi est sur le point de commencer. Your event is about to start. Pierre-Luc Morin.
Yeah, Go is down. If he keeps attacking with Wingsteed Rider, look at how paltry his defenders are.
Yep.
Decides he has to leave 5/5 on defense. Now he's
And
set
no
up.
good can come of that, right? Like, oh, and
I
there's
mean,
a hopeful Eidolon.
You do what you got to do. Oh wow, Eidolon. You put that on the Skyguard, right?
Make a Baneslayer.
I mean, it's bigger than Baneslayer. It's 6.
Yeah.
Can he Eidolon with mana up for Savage Surge? Because
No.
the 6/6 can, in theory, Wingsteed plus Skyguard can trade with a 6/6. If he had 1 more mana, I'm sure he would Eidolon attack, blow you out with Savage Surge.
Yeah.
Interesting. What can he attack with through that 5/5 Wingsteed Rider? Basically nothing without representing a trick. All right, so he's going to Eidolon. Triggers the Skyguard. Now that's, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 6/6 Vigilance Flying Lifelink.
Right. Now the question is, does he want to go, what do you got? Or does he want to wait a turn?
Right.
I know he's got that extra 3 power from the Savage Surge.
He's going to say go.
And a Revoke Existence in case, Go does something, that he's
Yeah.
not going to like here.
Yeah, Matt says go.
I like the patience.
I do too. I think Go would just Go's play if Matt had attacked would be double block cross my fingers, and the thing is the cross my fingers part wouldn't work.
He also has to worry about Divine Verdict there, right?
Fair.
Still has to worry about it.
Still does, but I mean at this point, because like the obvious onboard double block is something he has a trick to answer. I mean, he knows Go could also have a trick, right? Go could easily Go's representing the ability to point something at
Food
Wing
of
Speed
Erebos,
Rider.
God's willing.
30.
Battle-wise
How much life has Matt
Matt
Costa
I
gained
just
this
literally
match?
screwed him. Sorry.
Go chose not to block.
Go.
Just took the giant 6/6.
You're gonna have to read the bones here. Yep.
Yep.
Resolves, yeah. You're at a 9.
Not going to let us see.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of black cards in his hand.
No second swamp. Whip, Cure, and Faded Return.
Oh, he's even got a triple black in his hand?
Yeah. That's fine.
Draws.
So he's at 9.
It's another one of these
Wait,
where
was one of those not a land?
I didn't see a land. I
Did he
think
keep a non-land?
He went top bottom. He kept something. He went top bottom and then drew 2, neither of which were a land.
Make a green.
Yep. I'll just make a mana at the end of your turn.
I mean, on the one hand, Go has had mana problems both game 1 and game 3. But on the other hand, Matt's deck has looked amazing game 1 and game 3. It's another one where I feel like, on the one hand, I'm tempted to feel bad for Go. Like, he didn't deserve to lose this way without a second black mana that would turn on his hand. But, like, his hand doesn't actually beat this board.
But again, also, you know, it's, you know, the WWNBB is going to challenge your deck sometimes.
Good point. Yeah, Wingsteed Rider, Whip of Erebos. Those are great cards, but they're not easy to cast in the same deck. Like, that's not free.
So Skyguard just,
yeah, he's
takes one for the team.
Yeah, he's not even going to try the double block.
So there's a second black. There's Asphyxiate.
Got it.
Okay. Sends Matthew Costa's team wide. Matt might be able to just kill him by attacking with everybody.
Yeah, he's got 6 creatures to Go's 2. This feels like Alpha Strike time. Turn them all sideways.
Yep.
I guess you can't turn the Alciate sideways.
Yeah, you could try. You could turn your head, though, to make it look like it's sideways.
Kind of is on the screen.
Yeah. He's like, yes, your Wingsteed Rider will get to eat something.
Right.
That's fine.
And
But
Go
I'm at
is
40.
Yeah, Go's going to block the one that could get bigger. He's willing to take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down to 2. So Savage Surge is lethal if Matt goes for it.
Yep.
Which I don't know if he's supposed to or not. He goes down to 2 planes and hasn't done a whole lot the last couple turns.
Not a lot you can do on.
Yeah, 2 planes. What does 2 planes even do? Like what? He can gain some life. He can like hold at bay or something, but it's not like there's Path to Exile.
There's Hold at Bay, there's Acolyte's Reward.
9, right?
Booster draft 12. Booster draft
Yeah, he just goes for the win. Savage
On the
Surge, my Battle
Priest?
Priest.
'Cause
I need 2 more life. I had to get to 40. Is that 9? Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
In the Saturday two-headed giant event. Round 3 is now